Liberal Dane County Judge Susan Crawford announced her bid for the Wisconsin Supreme Court today. She's the second person to officially get into the race. Political reporter Darielle Fair has you covered on the issues one political expert says the candidates are likely to focus on.
Dane County Circuit Judge Susan Crawford announced her campaign for the Wisconsin Supreme Court, setting the stage for yet another critical race to determine whether the ideological balance of the court will shift in 2025. Judge Crawford's announcement comes just 2 months after Justice Ann Walsh Bradley, the longest-serving justice on the court, confirmed plans to retire. Judge Crawford said in a statement, "I am running for Supreme Court justice to protect the basic rights and freedoms of Wisconsinites under our Constitution. Those rights are threatened by an all-out effort to politicize the court to drive a right-wing agenda." Judge Crawford previously represented Planned Parenthood in a case related to abortion access, a potential target for conservatives who argue members of the court should remain impartial on social issues.
There's a long tradition that says, we shouldn't tie judicial ideologies to issue outcomes, but this time around, it's really very straightforward. The election of Janet Prasevich shifted the majority on the court, and specifically shifted the majority of that court in directions having to do with abortion and gerrymandering.
Former Republican Attorney General and current Waukesha County Judge Brad Schimmel announced his bid last November. In a statement to 27 News, Judge Schimmel responded to Crawford's campaign announcement with, "I'm backed by a bipartisan group of dozens of elected law enforcement officials and organizations, and my opponent was handpicked by the leftist majority on the Supreme Court to cement their stranglehold for another 3 years. I've spent my career defending and upholding Wisconsin law, and she spent much of hers suing the state of Wisconsin." UW-Madison professor Howard Schwaber says turnout in this election will depend on whether voters are motivated by 2 key issues.
And they're both squarely constitutional questions that the Wisconsin Supreme Court will need to address going forward. One is abortion, and one is gerrymandering. And these 2 candidates, Schimmel and Crawford, are diametrically opposed on both of those issues.
Candidates now have until January 1st, 2025 to enter that race.